Hello everyone and welcome back to Obas Trending Gist. Today we are diving headfirst into a truly explosive moment from Nigerian television that has set tongues wagging. We are talking about the fiery exchange between former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose and Arise News anchor Rufai Oseni. This wasn't just a debate, it was a full-blown political showdown, touching on everything from election integrity to personal conduct in the media. Both men held their grounds, leading to a clash that questions objectivity, loyalty, and the very essence of public discourse in Nigeria. So sit back and take a watch.
Two things. And good to see you again, Mr. Peter Fayose, Oshokomola himself, Peter the Rock. All you have said...
Thank you very much.
All you have said is a justification of continued illegality in our country. And a lot of people are taken aback because also you yourself have been secretly recorded by an army captain when you were hatching out election fraud plans yourself in 2014. And we all remember that experience. So is it that we should continue in that now? And I also like to ask you this honestly. If another person apart from Bola Ahmed Tinubu you supported won this election, would you come on air and say all of these things that you're saying, that people should move on without justice? You try to just rationalize what happened in Lagos. Yes, it happened in other parts of the country. But the killings, the hurts, the laceration of people's body and the likes, that happened in parts of the country. But most importantly, what happened in Lagos. So should we justify this now because it favors people that you were in support of?
Can I just correct you there? I take exception to your claim that I was secretly recorded, and I take exception that nobody has proven that. Yes, I can be recorded, but nobody will ever say to you that I said they should go and rig an election. And I want to say to you, I've avoided touching on this area. When you are talking about Nigeria, let us start with the press, and let us start with your person. You recall the incident on the bus lane, and you attack on the police. That shows that you, as a journalist, a public analyst, somebody who is supposed to live above board, is not equally living above board. And he that must come to equity must have clean hands. I read a lot, and I listen to your comments. I feel, like I said, we need to sit back and correct a lot of things.
But you give me a right of rebuttal.
Let me go to your question again.
You give me a right of rebuttal on the bus lane incident because I put it to you, sir. You don't know the full story of what happened.
Excuse me. If
you give me a right of rebuttal, and go ahead.
If you go that lane, we will not make a sense of this program. I was invited by your station. If you didn't touch something that impugns on my personality, I will not give you an answer to that. So if you're asking a question, I told Ruben about it yesterday, and I specifically complained about you and your attack on the people you don't believe in as a politician.
No, I have a right to do my job. You can't complain about me to my colleague.
Excuse me.
That's not
I am
right.
Equally telling you,
I
know where you are. That's not right of you as well. That is technically not right of you as well. And if we want to make a sense out of this program, let us leave personal attacks, because you are good at that, and I'm equally good. If you want it, I'll serve it as well as that. So this program is meant to talk about issues of Nigeria and not issues of a person. We know where you are, we know where you belong, we know the parties you are supporting, but let's leave that out of the issue. So going by what you asked, Nigeria needs a total overhauling of leadership and followership. I have said it earlier that it is important to know since 1979, nothing has changed. People rushing to court now. Atiku has always gone to court since I knew Atiku as a politician and a contestant. Atiku went to court in 2019. The same judiciary said to the whole world that President Buhari won that election. Listen to you again, and listen to me. If we are not careful, as a commentator, we will remain on the television molding the opinion of Nigerians negatively, because that is what we want them to hear. For me, the election that brought Ahmed Bola Tinubu within the context of our conduct in this country is credible, It may not be the best, because you can't tell me it's Bola Ahmed Tinubu that killed the people you are mentioning. You can't tell me it was Sanwo-Olu that killed the people in Lagos. When there was an election in Ekiti, they hit me here on my back.
He shot you.
A policeman hit me with the butt of the gun. Most of the journalists were saying Fayose has come with his drama again. I had 3 surgeries last year. I could barely walk again. But when it is good, and when it goes against people we don't want, it's the best of things that could happen. You were alive when the G5 left the PDP. You were alive when Obi left the PDP. You were alive when Kwankwaso left the PDP, and so on and so forth. You want manna to come from where? So people going to court automatically means when I go to court, the judiciary must give to you because you are complaining or because you are a complainant. Obi himself will certainly, I want to say to him, in G5 we concluded that we must support a southern presidency. That is the truth, depending on their peculiarity. And if you go to Benue, that was why Otom supported Obi in Benue. We supported Asiwaju in Ekiti. When they were talking about how did the numbers came up in Ekiti, it was us that gave it to them. Me, Ayo Fayose, was the leader of the people that supported Asiwaju and gave our own votes to him. Let me tell you why, and make it very express to you. If you tell people they don't matter, they will tell you they matter. When somebody came out, how you came out and said Tambuwa was the hero of the convention, they are now heroes of the losses. When you tell Wike, because on this television, they criticize Wike as if he's the enemy of Arise Television. I am a Wike's friend, though. I stand by him. All the propaganda does not stand the test of time. If you kick my leg, I tell you don't kick it again. If you kick it again, I will do everything to stop it. So let's leave it like that.
Okay, so Mr. Fayose, I'm going to give you a quick rebuttal. Number one, I do my job here objectively as I can.
If you give me one,
no, let me finish.
I will
please.
give it back to you.
Mr. Fayose, let me finish.
If you give it to me,
I have a right to respond.
I only responded.
I have a right to respond. Let me
it's
finish.
not personal between the two of us.
You made it personal, so I have a right to respond.
It's not personal. Okay, so between the two of us, you can take me out of this.
Mr. Fayose, I have a right to respond. I do my job
out of this interview so that you can have a free day. Congratulations.
Political party.
Congratulations for doing your job.
Yeah, please.
Congratulations for doing your job. I am not one of those boys, one of those politicians who brought to public domain to talk to anyhow. It is important to note that.
Mr. Fayose, can we make progress?
Thank you.
This is not a dialogue. This is a conversation.
I'm with you.
Yes, this is a program.
It's a conversation. And let him not get personal.
Yes,
let him not get personal on this program. It's his way.
Okay. It's okay. Our job is to ask you questions, you respond. It's not a personal thing.
I told you yesterday, and I mentioned Oseni's name particularly why I avoid Arise Television. And you assured me that you are going to moderate it in a way. Oseni cannot, if it's his job, go for my personality or my person on the live television. I will give it back to him.
It's okay, Mr. Fayose. Can we return to the issues? Now, I was going to ask.
Thank you.
You refer to the G5, right? Maybe you want to talk more about that. If your identification with Governor Wike and others is from a principled position. You've also been quoted as saying that you are not going to leave the PDP. But the PDP, are you aware, can accuse you of anti-party activities. Because in Lagos, you openly supported... you openly supported Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. You didn't even support the PDP candidate in Lagos. In Ekiti also, you didn't do much to help the PDP. And yet you say you remain in the same party.
Can I say to you, my brother, can I help you? Can I help you? And you know better. You know my friend, who was your friend, the late Burudi Kashamo. You know me, I'm a very clear personality. What is PDP? What is APC? What is CPC? Buhari formed CPC to become president. He couldn't make headway with it. He ran back to APC or he formed alliance for PDP, APC. What is PDP? What is the party that cannot win election? What is the party that cannot keep to its constitution? What is the party that is suspending their members? I said it severally on the television. I said the votes that made it happen in Ekiti like that, we brought it. This is a public place. I'm not saying it under the table. I support Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I support Sowodu in Lagos. I support Yeyi Makinde in Oyo. It's a small boy that can be denying facts. What is PDP? What is it? I won an election for PDP. Sometimes the platform is good, but the popularity of the candidate too is good. At my time, when I was contesting election in Ekiti, I defeated the incumbents. When they concocted the fact that it was rigged in 2014, was it rigged in 2003? So let's leave that story. You understand? If PDP is a vehicle, if it's workable, we work. If it doesn't work, we go to our houses. Let me tell you, I am not somebody who is desperate to be in any political party. I'm not a beggar of staying in any party. The national issue, this country, is bigger than political parties. We are first members of our family before we became members of a political party, and we were first Nigerians. Are you happy with the situation in the PDP? Was I the one that drove Obi away? The same Obi that left the party made almost 6 million votes, had Kwankwanso's vote, had Obi's vote. We will not be talking about Asiwaju. The fact that an incumbent does not perform well, does it guarantee your victory? When it is wrong, it is wrong. Look at PDP that is on the ground, still suspending the ESCO of Castina. PDP that is on the ground. You are talking about the candidate in Lagos. Do you have a candidate in Lagos? Those people are doing theater now. Even when Obi took over Lagos, they got 60,000 or 70,000 votes. Somebody who is photographer of former governor of Lagos State.
Very quickly,
he confirmed that he was his photographer. Please don't let us go that route. Oh.
Wow, that was quite the exchange. You could cut the tension with a knife. Now, let's break down what we just witnessed in this intense discussion. The debate kicked off with Rufai Oseni immediately challenging former Governor Fayose on his previous statement suggesting they constitute a justification of continued illegality in Nigeria. Oseni specifically referenced the 2014 incident where Fayose was allegedly secretly recorded by an army captain hatching election fraud plans. He questioned whether Fayose's current call to move on after the recent election would be the same if the outcome hadn't favored his preferred candidates, implicitly pointing to a double standard regarding justice and the election integrity. Oseni also highlighted the killings, the hurts, the laceration of people's bodies in places like Lagos during the elections, asking if these should be justified simply because they favored certain individuals. Fayose, however, was quick to deflect and counter-attack. He vociferously denied the claim of being secretly recorded, stating nobody has proven that. He then turned the table directly on Oseni, bringing up what he termed the bus lane incident and the Oseni's alleged attack on the police. Fayose asserted that Oseni, as a journalist and public analyst, was not living above board and invoked a legal maxim: he that must come to equity must have clean hands. The exchange quickly spiraled into a personal confrontation. Fayose accused Oseni of making personal attacks and resisted Oseni's attempt to offer a right of rebuttal, claiming it would derail the program. Fayose emphasized that the program should focus on issues of Nigeria and not issues of a person. Yet, he continued to make pointed remarks about Oseni's conduct and credibility. Fayose then broadened his argument to the historical context of Nigerian politics, stating that since 1979, nothing has changed in terms of how elections are contested and resolved in court, referencing Atiku Abubakar's consistent legal challenges and President Buhari's victory being upheld in 2019. He also touched on political defections, mentioning figures like Obi, Kwakwanzo, and the G5 governors leaving the PDP, suggesting that such movements are driven by political expediency rather than principle. He even openly claimed he and his supporters gave their votes to Bola Tinubu in Ekiti. From a critical standpoint, this debate showcased a stark contrast in style and a rapid descent from substantive issues to personal attacks. While Rufai Oseni attempted to hold Fayose accountable for past actions and present consistencies regarding electoral justice, Fayose masterfully employed the tactic of deflection through counter-accusation by bringing up Oseni's bus lane incident. Fayose not only diverted attention but also attempted to undermine Oseni's moral authority as an accuser. This effectively muddied the waters, making it difficult for either side to truly engage with the core issues of political integrity. Fayose's argument that Nigeria needs a total overhauling of leadership and followership is a powerful statement. However, his subsequent defense of his own political maneuvering, including supporting a candidate from an opposition party, that's Tinubu from APC, while remaining in the PDP, seems to contradict the very principle of loyalty and ethical conduct he might advocate for. His assertion that national issue is bigger than political parties could be seen as a convenient justification for political opportunism rather than a principled stance. The repeated interruption and the inability of both individuals to allow each other to finish their points highlighted a breakdown in respectful debate, while Oseni, as the anchor, has a responsibility to guide the discussion. Fayose's aggressive style made that extremely challenging. Fayose's comment, "If you kick my leg, I tell you don't kick it again. If you kick it again, I will do everything to stop it," perfectly encapsulated the combative and personal nature of the exchange. The entire segment serves as a poignant illustration of how personal histories and political rivalries can overshadow critical national discourse, leading to more hits than light. So there you have it, a look into one of the most talked about political debates in recent memory. It raised crucial questions about political accountability, journalistic impartiality, and the often fraught nature of public discourse in our country. We want to hear from you. Who do you think handled this debate better? What are your thoughts on the points raised by Governor Fayose and Rufai Oseni? Drop your comments below. Hit that like button, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Obas Trending Gist for more in-depth analysis and trending discussions. Until next time, stay informed and keep trending.